Tindzabeni tensimbi yekucala nitifunzelwa ngulungelele Magagula kodwa ke namhla angihambi ngedwa ngihamba nemlingani Phathizwe Msibi lo tasilethela atemidlalo. Phathizwe usiphathele tasiphathelani namuhla?
Ngivusele lungelele ngivusele nebabukele emakhaya. Temidlalo kanjalo kubathi ukuthi sekune lockdown even leta uqala Friday. Umphathi wenhlangano yebhola wenhlangano lengamele etinhlangano temidlalo uthi bantu bangakhona kulolonga abathi vocavoca endlini bathi ke lungelele ndakuniketa konke lokho ngaso sikhathi sathu temidlalo.
Yeah, kunjalo mbukeli ngaphambi kokuthi singene gito eTindzabaAt1pm sitawumikisa TindzabaAt1pm emahovisini etindvuna tembuso lapha eMbabane lapho khona kunemhlangano nebetindzaba kuneliphinda ndvuna nkulu kunendvuna yetekulima kanye nendvuna yetekuvakasha. Sitawubona ukuthi ngabe basiphatheleni asivile sishone khona ecabinet.
Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Commerce and Trade, all protocol observed, and also a colleague of my embassy. Today it's a great pleasure for me to be here to donate a sum in the sum of 10 million emanangeni to the Kingdom of Eswatini in the fight against COVID-19. COVID-19 has become a global threat, threatening all countries and peoples. Having recognized the magnitude and severity of the COVID-19, His Majesty King Eswatini III made a very, very timely decision to cancel all the events, including his own birthday celebrations, and mobilize all the resources for the people, for the country, to fight against the COVID-19. In response and in support of this, His Majesty's noble cause, the government of Republic of China, Taiwan, decided to donate 10 million emanangeni to help the kingdom to fight COVID-19. Taiwan has suffered SARS in 2003, and we learned from our past experience. The government has taken early, preemptive, and proactive measures to contain the spread of COVID-19. And actually, Taiwan is the first country, actually early in the December 31st, 2019, to warn the world through the World Health Organization about this human-to-human contagious disease. And since then, the government has taken several steps to contain the disease. So far, we can say we're doing quite well to contain the disease from spreading. And as a loyal friend, as a close friend of Eswatini, Taiwan definitely will share our expertise and the experience and do whatever we could to help the kingdom to fight the disease. Actually, we should Taiwan stand shoulder to shoulder with the kingdom, and we work hand in hand with the kingdom in this fight. And from our observation and Taiwan experience, we have done a lot. Later, we have some documents to show what measure we have been taken. There is a detailed description of the measures we're taken, attributed to the success. But from our observation, we believe now the government are taking the right move to contain the disease from spreading. And we believe and we call for the international community and the private sectors from the kingdom to rally behind the government in the fight against COVID-19. And Taiwan can help, and we will continue to do whatever we could to mobilize the resources to assist the Kingdom of Eswatini in the fight against COVID-19, and we believe this is going to be a long fight. And we believe with close cooperation between all partners, between Taiwan and Eswatini, we think we will prevail. Thank you. Prime Minister. Thanks.
Loyambukele bekungu Jeremy Liang lonxusele live lase Taiwan lapha eveni amemedela ukuthi sebanikelele live lase Eswatini ngemali lenganga 10 million emalangeni ekulweni nemkhuhlane iCovid-19. Kanti ke sizophinda sibuyele khona ecabinet sive ukuthi ngabe liphina ndvunankulu libonga lithini.
On behalf of His Majesty's government, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank most sincerely the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for this gesture. This donation has come at the most important time in our life as a nation, and the donation coming from a friend of more than 50 years since independence. We have been friends, and I also would like to thank His Majesty King Eswatini III for maintaining this friendship with the Republic of China, Taiwan, and for also moving so quickly to call upon his government to set up the structures to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. And we have already set structures to maintain or to contain this pandemic. It is important to note that as you are one of the first to quickly move in, we are going to be able to fight this pandemic. And because we don't even have the experience to do this has never happened. You're mentioning that you had experience with SARS. We don't have that an equivalent experience in terms of pandemics of this nature. And that you will continue to support us in that respect so that we move together in the fight against this pandemic. We have, since putting together the structures, His Majesty has also put up a team, a resource mobilization team that is going to be working on this, and we have the chairman who was appointed and named yesterday to be COVID-19 resource mobilization, which means now we can start running. This pandemic came at a time when our system, our economic system was at the weakest, and anything that has been contributed will go a long way in fighting this pandemic. So as I receive this 10 million Malangeni contribution, I will hand over to the recently appointed resource mobilization committee. And thank you very much, and we appreciate that, Your Excellency. Unfortunately, we can't be shaking hands anymore. I will just take the check and So at this point, Your Excellency, I will hand it over to the chairperson of the resource mobilization for COVID-19, and they are working very closely and together with the NDMA CEO, who is standing far because of the distance that we must maintain, but he's over there, so they'll be working together. Thank you very much. Convey our sincere thanks, and on behalf of His Majesty's government, we appreciate. We will report to the head of state about this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Komukele mbukeli na usanza kusivulela sola senethulela njengoba kwenteka emahhovisini etindvuna tembuso lapho kuhlangene khona tindvuna tembuso lokufaka ekhasi liphinila ndvuna nkhulu indvuna tekulima lapho khona lonxusele live lase Taiwan kuleli sakanekelele uhulumende welive lase Eswatini ngemali lenganga 10 million emalangeni kokuthi live likhone kulwa nemkhuhlane iCovid-19. Kanti ke leyo mali leyo ibongwe indvuna liphinila ndvuna nkhulu libongile kuye uhulumende wase Taiwan lovetile ukuthi live lase Eswatini kanye nelive lase Taiwan solo libangani iminyaka lengemashumi lasihlanu wathemba ukuthi lona mnikelo utawu wendo umehluko lomkhulu kanye nombukeli asibuyele khona ecabinet.
Resources as they will be made available for fighting the spread of this scourge, COVID-19. They will be properly accounted for and be used appropriately as enabled through the National Disaster Management Corporation. We would like to thank you, Your Excellency, as the Deputy Prime Minister has likely done so, and continue to appeal to other organizations, companies, the nation at large, as directed by His Majesty, that this is a fight that we need to work together as a collective, as a nation. And we will be giving details as a resource mobilization committee in due course on where these funds will be deposited as we work with the NDA. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lilo yebe kungusihlalo wenhlangano noma ke libandla lelibuke kucokelela kwatimali tekulwa naso sifo seCovid-19 Phil Mnisi naye lobongile lobonga hulumende welive lase Taiwan wathi ke batosastisa sive ukuthi leyo mali leyo itawusebenta kanjani futhi isebende nini. Kanye nomukele savele singene kito TindzabaAt1pm ensimbi yekucala emini. Liphinila ndvuna nkhulu Themba Masuku selethule ngalokusemthethweni emaphepha latawusita abantu labakhubateke ngekungaboni emehlweni mayelana neligciwane iCovid-19. Masuku wethule lamaphepha April emahhovisini akhe eMbabane lomuhla sinembiko.
La kuphetfuka kwemkhuhlane lowatiwa nge-coronavirus mhlaba wonke lihovisi leliphinila ndvunankulu selibe selenta siciniseko sekuthi nebantfu labakhubateke ngekungaboni emehlweni abasaleli ngaphandle kepha bayalutfola lwati ngaleligciwane kute batokhona kutivikela kulomkhuhlane. Liphinila ndvunankulu Themba Masuku lithi indzaba leligciwane seyifana nesehlakalo kanti futhi seyindzaba yetfu sonke ngako onke emaswati akalutfole lwati lokutivikela kufaka ekhatsi bantfu labakhubateke ngekungaboni emehlweni.
Masesibhaleke lemilayeto nalokunengi kule braille sithi ke nanta ukhanza lokwati kufundza le braille layidzingako sitsheleni nitshele lihhovisi niyathi nisebenta na Sindi Dube nimtshele sitochubeka sikukhicite lokhu kuze sonke sitophepha nase bakutholile labakutholile batase bakhona ngoba lo mnye utawufundza ngebraille abe uyakhona ukukhuluma atshele lamatiko.
Mhlonishwa Mabatho lobongele bantfu labangaboni emehlweni utvumise hulumende wembube ngekucabangela bantfu labakhubateke ngaboni kute nabo batotiphephisa lide banesimo sekukhubateka ngekungaboni.
Kuze siphephe thina lesingaboni vele njengoba selikhulumile live ukuthi nemhlaba wonke ukuthi the best way ukuthi sihlale emakhaya lapho kodwa tawuncipha nalokuthinza nalokuthi ke labo labahlala nalabo labangaboni emehlweni siyacela ukuthi batinake kakhulu bona ukuthi bavikele namuntu longaboni
Mengameli wenhlangano lesambulelo setinhlangano talabakhubatekile uthi lokhu kuyinkhomba ukuthi uhulumende uyayikhathalela inhlalakahle yaso sonke sive.
Siyabonga nje phindla ngidlula kulo ukuthi naku sekukhona lokubhaliwe ngalolwimi ngalemibhalo leviwa ngilaba bomnaketfu nabo dzadzewetfu la bangabone emehlweni.
Lihovisi leliphini laNdvunankhulu libe selinikela nangetitulo temasondvo kanye netinvuku letitawusita bantfu labakhubateke ngekungaboni emehlweni lapha eveni. Umbiko uhlanganiswe ngizodwa Dlamini Analysis Simelane edolobheni eMbabane.
Mbukelisa ikhuluma kabandile yondzaba lapha e-studio nensatheli yetfu uZodwa Dlamini le beyilapha kule press conference sibe kabantu ukuthi ngabe vele mhlawumbe lamaphepha lawa ataba lusito kanganani kibo bantfu labakhubateke ngekungaboni. Kanti ke mbukeli kwanyalo sitawubuyela khona ecabinet njengoba sekutawukhuluma yona indvuna itikule temabhizinisi Mancoba Khumalo atosichazela kabantu ukuthi ngabe ngitiphi letinhlangano noma ke tinkampani lekumele ukuthi tisebente kulo 20 days.
Following the declaration of a partial lockdown in the wake of the outbreak of COVID-19 worldwide, the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade, in consultation with the business community, specifically Business Eswatini and FESBIC, as well as informal traders and other such formations, has identified the following principles within which business shall operate. First and foremost, as a ministry, we recognize that no business is non-essential. But for the purposes of COVID-19, the ministry recommends that the following industries continue operating as normal under WHO and Ministry of Health guidelines. Essential services. The sectors below have been, for purposes identified as critical industries, are food retailers, consumer goods suppliers, manufacturers, and all businesses that are involved in the food and consumer goods supply chain, agriculture and agro-processing, public transport and cross-border transport, fuel stations, financial services, waste disposal services, health workers and emergency response workers, fire and emergency services, security services, water and sanitation services, pharmacies, and telecommunications. For those businesses that do not fall within the specified sectors above, except for bars, which shall remain closed, and bottle stores, which shall operate within a stipulated time frame, we encourage them to scale down by minimizing their working hours. Businesses that cannot comply to WHO and Ministry of Health guidelines are expected to shut down until the situation normalizes. We do understand that some businesses will be affected by external factors, and we encourage those to engage their employees to come up with a workable plan on how to manage their specific situation. Food retailers. These are outlets that provide food, including supermarkets, restaurants, and shops. However, we urge these businesses to follow the guidelines, which I shall be announcing shortly. We also encourage these businesses to introduce innovative ways of delivering their food items, such as online orders and deliveries, as well as digital payments. We cannot overemphasize the importance of cooking homemade meals to those who can in order to minimize movements during this period. Consumer goods suppliers. These include retail and manufacturing industries in the consumer goods sector, such as suppliers of raw materials, hand sanitizers, facial masks, disinfectant wipes, surgical gloves, toilet paper, baby formulas, and others. Cross-border trade. This will continue as normal. However, the Ministry of Home Affairs shall advise in the instance of individuals and informal cross-border trade. Informal sector. We are aware that the informal sector shall be hardest hit by these developments. We shall therefore be working with municipalities to ensure that the situation is managed amicably. Those who want to work are advised to observe the safety precautions as stipulated. Essential business services at the Ministry of Commerce. The Ministry wishes to assure the public that our essential services, such as company registrations, liquor and trading licenses and their renewals, shall continue as normal. We do, however, encourage eMaswati to use our online registration and name reservation services on www.online.gov.sz in order to minimize long queues at the risk of exposure to COVID-19. In a few days, we shall be announcing an online mobile payment system to make transactions more convenient. Business principles and guidelines. As a country, we are aware that people's lives are at risk, and it is therefore everyone's duty to take urgent preventative measures to minimize human loss. The business community needs to be at the forefront of these measures, and it is against this background that the following guidelines must be implemented to reduce the spread of the virus, to protect employees and customers in all sectors. Guidelines for manufacturing and processing. Government encourages the introduction of more shifts to limit the number of employees in factory floors and restrict the number of employees in any defined working area. Businesses need to ensure compliance of the World Health Organization's social distancing guidelines of 1.5 meters distance between two individuals. This is not negotiable. Businesses are compelled to place hand sanitizer dispensers at the entrance and throughout the premises and ensure that they are replenished or replaced at all times. Businesses need to provide hygiene reminders on visible posters and digital platforms. Sanitation stations should be placed at every corner with high human traffic. All businesses should reinforce cleaning and sanitation protocols. Businesses should step up the frequency of cleaning by making cleaning routines even more rigorous. Businesses should periodically wipe down checkout lanes and touch screens. Businesses should sanitize counters, doors, and areas subject to frequent contact by people. Businesses need to establish emergency protocols in the event any employee exhibits symptoms consistent with COVID-19 and immediately ensure traceability of contacts with the said suspected employee. This is to ensure that should the employee eventually prove positive, all the people with whom the said employee would have come into contact are traced and are available for testing. As a general rule, employers are to ensure that public transport in which their employers are transported should be sanitized both at boarding and disembarking. In addition to the above, establishments in the food retail sector shall ensure that 1. All shopping carts, trolleys are sanitized thoroughly after each use by shopping patrons. Once a trolley has been used by each patron, it shall be sanitized once again, ready to be used by the next patron. 3. Unnecessary contact to food by patrons shall be restricted and kept at an absolute minimum. 4. Each retail establishment shall be sanitized periodically as is necessary so as to rid of the atmosphere of flying germs. 5. At point of sale, there shall be a dedicated resource whose sole job will be to enforce social distancing measures as patrons make payments for their shopping. 6. It shall be the duty of management to ensure that at no point in time does the number of people exceed 20 inside any establishment. For smaller retail shops, this figure shall even be lower. In any event, social distancing of 1.5 meters shall be observed without fail. 7. The exchange of legal tender, that is, notes and coins, should be kept at an absolute minimum in favor of digital payment platforms, which we hereby encourage that they be fully functional at all times. 8. Management agrees to enforcing these measures at all times, and the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade, with the help of duly authorized agencies such as Business Eswatini and FESBIC, shall ensure compliance. Failure to comply with the aforementioned can and will result in the closure of that business in the interest of people's health and safety. For further information on business interventions, please contact the MSME Director, Mr. Mluleki Dlamini, on 2404-3201 or 234 and 6, or you can send him an email at mlulegisakile@yahoo.com. You can also call our toll-free line at 800-1002 or the following business federations: Business Eswatini at 2404-0768, or the Federation of Eswatini Business Community, FESBIC, at 2505-9199. I thank you. Nene bekunene kulandzela simemetelo lesentiwe itolo nge-partial lockdown lesethulwe nguye umhlonishwa Ndvunankhulu ngekuthunywa ngiso silo semhlaba. Sicela kwekuthi silitiko la Commerce, Industry and Trade simemetele kwekuthi ngumaphi emabhizinisi latawuchubeka asebente mhlawumbe kulesimo lesikuso, nekwekuthi ke lawo lesitawacela kwekuthi mhlawumbe anciphise kusebenta kwawo ngumaphi. Kwekucala ngemabhizinisi lawa lesitawacela kwekuthi alandzele lemitsetfo yaka WHO kanye futhi nelitiko laka health letemphilo leliwakhiphile eveni. Lamabhizinisi ke lawa lesitawuthi ngema essential services ngilabo labatsengisa kudla nalabo labatsengisa tintfo lesitidzingako nje kuphila onke malanga. Labo ke labakhicita leto tintfo leto nemabhizinisi lasekela bona nabo sitawuthi babalulekile. Tekulima nato tonke nje tingoni letikhicita kudla lesithi ngesilungu i-agro processing nato sitawuthi tingema essential services. Ngoba ke atabe yasebenta lama essential services, i-transport nayo itawuba ikhona la kule list yethu lokutawufaka ekhatsi i-cross border transport. Labo ke titeshi tekwetsa gasolina mhlawumbe emabhange nalamanye ama-financial services, ma-waste disposal services, mhlawumbe ke tisebenti kuto tonke tingoni temphilo, nema-emergency response workers, ma-fire and emergency services, ma-security services, mhlawumbe nalabo labasendela emanti nema-sanitation services, ma-pharmacies netibhedlela tonke, kanye futhi nalabo labaku-telecommunications industry. Emabhizinisi ke langekho kuloku lokubaliwe siwakhutsata kwekuthi wona anciphise kusebenta kwawo futhi ente mhlawumbe lokho lokudzingekile nje kuze kwekuthi umsebenti ungonakali. Lokhu ke noko akufaki ekhatsi emabhala, ngoba emabhala njengoba sivile umhlonishwa Ndvunankhulu amemetela avaliwe. Nema-bottle store ke nawo anikiwe isikhathi sekusebenta ukuthi atawuvulwa nga-11 avalwe nga-6. So laba lesibakhutsata ukuthi banciphise kusebenta akufaki labo labavaliwe. Nalabo ke lesithi abanciphise kusebenta ngiko sithi partial shutdown, sisho kwekuthi ke mabasebenta abakhumbule lemitsetfo yaka WHO kanye nale mitsetfo lekhishwe elitiko lethu laka health. Siyati ke kusilamanye amabhizinisi mhlawumbe atawo affectwa ukuthi kubomakhelwane bethu kunema decisions latsethwe lokutawubenda ukuthi nabo banciphise noma futhi bavale. Siyavelana nabo, siyabakhutsata noko kwekuthi basenda njalo abakhulumisane netisebenti tabo kwekuthi batawubambisana kanjani kulesimo ngoba simo lesingetulu kwemandla kwethu sonke. Sithi ke kulabo laba thengisa kudla mhlawumbe lokufaka ekhatsi nema supermarkets sitawuba ke mhlambe nema regulations latsite noma ke ma guidelines latsite lesitawucela ukuthi bawalandzele phinze futhi ke bathole indlela letihlakaniphile ukuthi banciphise emathuba ukuthi lesifo sithathelwane kulabo labasebenta kunye nabo siyagcizelela ke ukuthi vele kupheka kudla emakhaya ngikona sikukhutsata kakhulu kuze kuthi kutawuncipha lesidingo sekuhamba siye kuyawuthenga etitolo nasemadolobheni sigcizelela ke ukuthi kuthengiselana nelive nemave ikakhulu lesidlelana nawo noma ke lesisherisha emaborder na kutawuqhubeka i-cross border trade lokho ngeke ke kume futhi ke siyati ukuthi kuna la lesithi ngema informal traders laba lokhanza ukuthi bayathi sebenta bosomabhizinisi labancane nabo siyati ukuthi mhlambe itabashaya kakhulu le COVID-19 kepha ke siyabakhutsata nabo ukuthi babeke kuphepha nekuhlanteka embili basenda umsebenzi wabo hulumende usabuka lokuthi utawuqhubeka ababambise kanjani litiko ke la ka commerce litawuqhubeka libe khona kubuka ukuthi lisekela kanjani bosomabhizinisi kuze ukuthi mhlawumbe sive singadzingi ukuthi site physically etiko la ka commerce ikhona le online business registration yethu futhi ke masinyane sitabe silauncha lokuthi uma wenta i-registration yebusiness uyibhalisa noma urenew i-license ukhona ukuthi ukwente nga-mobile money masinyane lingakapheli leliviki lokho sitabe sikuthula esiveni siyakhutsata ke ukuthi bomsobabhizinisi bathi ukuthi lokumcoka lapha impilo yemuntu sithi ke sicela ukuthi sikhumbule ukuthi sibambisene labo somabhizinisi netinhlangano tabo kuzokuwe ukuthi sibeke embili impilo tebantfu naku ke lesikhutsatako kafishane sikhutsatako ukuthi labo lokudzingeka ukuthi baqhubeke basebente ba introduce ama shift lamanengi kuze ukuthi bantfu labasebentako esikhathi sinye linciphe linani labo lokho siyakhutsata kakhulu siyakhutsata futhi ukuthi lo mkhathi lokhona emkhathini webantfu mabasebenta ube ngu 1.5 meters or more lokho ke vele akusinegotiable lokusho ukuthi kufanele ukuthi wonke umuntu akwente siyacela ke ukuthi abantu bageze tandla mabafika noma ngesipho lenemanti lageletako noma ke futhi bangasebenzisa lama sanitizers ko onke ema premises siyacela ukuthi i-information ibe khona kuto tonke tindzawo ngekukhumbuta abantu ngekuhlanteka ikakhulu kulomthetho lokhishwe i-WHO siyacela ke ukuthi futhi emabhizinisi akhuthale phinze anyuse izinga lekuhlanteka nje lokuthi bacleana kangakanani lama factory abo bawa disinfecta kangakanani letitolo tabo nalawo mabhizinisi labanawo kuze ukuthi leligciwane lingatholakali kuma surfaces siyacela ke ukuthi empeleni uma ngabe kukhona umuntu lotholakala ukuthi sowubonakalisa letimpawu tekuba ne-COVID-19 emabhizinisi asheshe amthuthe loyo muntu abe yedvana babite tempilo bambuke ukuthi engabe vele udzinga ukutesta yini bese ke futhi bayanaka ukuthi loyo muntu loyo uthinzane nabo bani kulelo langa lelo uma aqala ukukhombisa lama symptoms kuze ukuthi kuteyulunga siyacela ke ukuthi nalabo bosomabhizinisi laba tawuvumela abantu ukuthi bede le public transport labatayisebenzisa bente siqiniseko ukuthi bantu mabagibela noma behla tikhona tindlela ukuthi balandzele ema sanitary precautions lokugeza tandla lokufutha nako konke lokho ngetulu kwaloko ke siyacela ukuthi ema trolleys nema carts lasetshenziswa ko ahlanteke sizame ukuthi singakuthinzi kudla etitolo ngetandla ngaphandle kwaloko lotakuthenga nekwekuthi singasebenzisi indlela tekubhadala ngemali sonke isikhathi nalapho kungakafanele khona uma ungakhona kubhadala electronically simane sikwende njalo lokho siyacela ke ukuthi kungavumeleki ukuthi abantu labangena ngekhathi kwaleyo business bengce 20 kakhulu etitolo letithengisa lawo ma groceries nekudla kepha ke kube nebamvu la ekhathi esitolo umsebenzi wabo kubona ukuthi customer nalelo ukhona lo 1.5 meters. Siyacela ke ukuthi vele sibambisane ikakhulu naleti inhlangano 3070 noma ke debaqashi letikhona lesengikhulume ngato ibusiness Eswatini ne Facebook. Uma ngabe kukhona lo ehluleka ukulandzela lemithetho lebekiwe siyakhuthata ukuthi atame ngato tonke indlela ukuthi avale afune indlela yokulungisa lokho kuze ukuthi acomply kulomthetho ke bese uyavula umthetho ke utawuthatha indzawo yawo lapho khona sehluleka kulandzela lemithetho lena siyacela ke ukuthi lo nembuto ashayele babemluleki Dlamini etiko la commerce inombolo yakhe ethi 2404 3201 noma 02 noma 03 noma 04 noma 05 noma 06 noma ke umsendele email lapha kuthiwa khona mluleki sakhile@yahoo.com kanike nase business Eswatini bamele kusisita nebeka Federation of Eswatini Business Community Facebook bameleke kusisita siyabonga bekunene.
Mbukelileyo bekuyindvuna yelitiko letemabhizinisi Mancoba Khumalo ikhuluma emahhovisini etindvuna tembuso lapho bahlangene khona ngendzaba ye COVID-19. Kanti ke indvuna Mancoba Khumalo ivetele sive ngetinhlangothi lekumele noma ke letivumelekile ukuthi itisebente kulesinyathelo lesithethwa nguhulumende itolo i-partial lockdown. Kanti ke difaka ekhathi labo labathengisa kudla labo labathengisa timfu lesitidzingako nalabo labatikhicitako bete kulima i-public transport labo labathengisa phetilomu labo labalahla tibi baka masipala baka fire betekuphepha security labo labasinekete mandi kanye nalabo betekuchumana telecommunications. Asibela khona mbukeli sibela khona ecabinet.
Issue another circular to operationalize the pronouncement made by authorities within the civil service. In this regard, government has decided that the following prevention measures be taken to mitigate the spread of the coronavirus within the civil service. 1. The numbers of civil servants attending work each week are to be reduced by half, with some working from home while others will be working in their duty stations. This will be done on a rotational basis each week. Principal secretaries and heads of departments are to decide on how this will be implemented in their various ministries. Number 2, all essential services within the civil service, which include, among others, fire and emergency services, health services, meteorology services, and security services, will not be affected by the attendance to work on a rotational basis, as they are expected to be fully at work to provide assistance during this period of the pandemic. 3, the Ministry of Public Service will issue a circular with full details on this issue. 4, and finally, these new measures will be with effect from Monday, the 30th March 2020. Thank you. Kulandela isimemezelo esikhishwe uhulumeni izolo ngokuyalelwa ingwenyama yomhlaba yokuthi makube khona isimo sikangqingetshe ezweni partial lockdown ukuze sikwazi ukuthi senze imizamo nemizabalazo yokulwa nalobhubhane olukhungethe umhlaba wonke. Umnyango we-Public Services wona ke usubone kufanele ukuthi ukhiphe isaziso phecelezi circular yokwenza ukuthi lesimemezelo sikwazi ukuthi sisetshenzwe kuma ministries ahlukahlukene. Ngaleyo ndlela ke uhulumeni usecabanga ukuthi lama prevention measures noma ke lezi ndlela zokuvikela ezilandelayo ukwenza lo mkhuhlane ukuthi uvimbeleke nakhona kubasebenzi bakahulumeni ngokuthi okokuqala abasebenzi abasebenza kuhulumeni sibehlise inani labo babe sehafini ngokuthi isonto nesonto noma iviki neviki kusebenza abanye abawu-half kuzothi abanye basebenze ngeviki elilandelayo. Lokhu ke kushintshashintshana kuzobe kusingethwe ngendlela efanele ngomabhalane abakhulu abaphethe amatiko kanye ke nama heads of department okuyiwona azobona ukuthi kuzosebenza kanjani. Number 2, ama departments noma ke ama services ayingqalasizinda noma ke essential services okufaka phakathi uphiko lokwa-fire nabezempilo nezangoma zezulu meteorology services nalabo abavikele ezokuphepha noma ababheke ezokuphepha bona ngeke bathintwe yile secular le yokuthi kusetshenzwe ngokuthi kushiyelwane emahhovisi abanye basebenze kule viki abanye basebenze kwelilandelayo. Okwesithathu i-public service ke yona ithi izosikhipha lesaziso phecelezi part secular esona siquketheke yonke imininingwane yokuthi kuzosebenza kanjani. Lo mthetho lona ke ukuvikela abasebenzi bakahulumeni kubheke ukuthi uqale nje kulomsombuluko esiya kuwo mhla ka-30. Siyazibongela.
Mbukelile bekuyindvuna yelitiko letindvuna tembuso Christian Njangase achaza kabanti ngetindlela letitsetfwe litiko tekuvikela tisebenti tembuso tifake ekhatsi ukuthi tisebenti linani letisebenti litawehla ngahafu ngeliviki kusho ukuthi kuleli viki leli tisebenti kutawusebenta half kanti ke leto tinqumo leto noma ke kubuka lokho ukuthi tawusebenta kanjani kutawubuka bo HOD baphathi beti balolu hlangothi kanti ke konke lokho kutawuqala evikini lelitako ngemsombuluko mhla tinge-30 kulenyanga leSetulo. Asibuyele cabinet Mbukeli.
Also commonly known as the coronavirus. We have found it necessary to convene this press conference to enlighten the nation on its effects, particularly from an agriculture perspective. First and foremost, I would like to reiterate the statements that have already been made to the effect that this is a deadly disease that spreads very fast through contact with droplets from infected persons. It is therefore important to take the necessary precautions to protect ourselves from contracting the virus as advised by the Ministry of Health. We can only be able to achieve this through cooperative action and adherence to advice from experts and government pronouncements such as the partial lockdown. The pandemic has negative effects on the global economic performance that trickles down to individual countries. It has led to restricted movements of people and goods, which are the main drivers of an economy. We have seen self-isolation of workers, closure of ports of entry and lockdowns. The country has announced a partial lockdown. The demand for food, while in that situation, will remain high, and it is our responsibility as a sector to facilitate its availability and also ensure that it is safe to consume. It is in this regard that as a sector, we have come up with short, medium, and long-term strategies to ensure that eMaswati continue to have food during these trying times. The agriculture sector plays a pivotal role in the survival of the human race, and as such, proactive action is required to curb the effects of the COVID-19 that is currently a problem in the whole world. The Kingdom of Eswatini is no exception. The country is heavily dependent on imports for food supply, and it is envisaged that the flow of goods into the country will be affected by the control measures that have been put in place at ports of entry, as well as competition with other countries as the demand for food is expected to grow. We equally depend on imports for inputs that we use in our production systems for both crops and livestock. We anticipate that this will affect our production potential. We are observing that retail prices of both food items and inputs are increasing at an alarming rate, which is regrettably not supported. This can be attributed to many factors, such as reduced production due to closure of farms and industries, reduced distribution of food supply countrywide, and challenges with movements of goods across borders, including imports and exports, among others. Mitigation strategies in the short term. 1. Stocking up and distribution. As an immediate measure, we have instructed all importers of critical grains to stock up sufficient volumes. We are requesting community leaders, including Tingundla structures, to indicate shortages of basic food items in their communities so that we can facilitate availability. We also encourage those who have food commodities to use them sparingly and practice barter trade with those in need. Communities are further encouraged to trade amongst themselves for a fair distribution of food. 2. Harvesting, storage, and food utilization. As we approach the harvesting season, it is important that good care is taken to minimize post-harvest losses. This can be achieved through timely harvesting and proper storage of produce. Proceeds from the sale of produce should be spent on necessary items to serve the future expenses. The Ministry has information on various food preservation methods that can prolong the shelf life of food commodities. This can be practiced at household level. They include drying, canning, bottling, and freezing. The nation is urged to seriously consider these preservation methods as a means to ensure food availability. Proper food preparation and safe consumption of food is also an important element to minimize cases of opportunistic infections and nutritional deficiencies. Cattle dipping is a mandatory activity enforced by law. The purpose is to minimize the spread of animal diseases. However, during the lockdown period, farmers are hereby informed that dipping will be suspended. Veterinary assistance will be available to assist farmers with their needs. Mitigation strategies in the medium to long term. To sustain our food system in the medium to long term, the Ministry of Agriculture has prioritized the critical commodities needed for the country to be able to sustain itself, to include maize, beans, vegetables, beef, poultry, pork, and milk. The country has looked at interventions to address shortages in the above-mentioned commodities, and a series of interventions have been put in place, and these include the following. A. Farmers are being encouraged to produce as much grain as possible, and NMC has been directed and capacitated to buy them at a competitive price. B. An intensive mobilization program will be pursued to help farmers produce the required volumes to satisfy the market. C. Through irrigated farming, farmers will be encouraged to also produce all the critical crops during winter season to ensure year-round production. D. As a country, we will be investing on local processing of food items. A good example is what will shortly be happening in the dairy industry, where we are completing a processing facility that will ensure that all milk produced in the country will be absorbed and processed for both local and export markets. In recognition of the need to absorb additional milk from farmers, the ministry is in the process of establishing milk collection centers in communities to ensure ease of collection to the processing plant. Several farms have been identified and dedicated to the breeding of dairy animals to reduce dependence on imports, especially during disease outbreaks in the countries from which we import cows. On poultry, we are engaging with potential investors for the development of a breeding plant that will ensure the supply of fertile eggs and day-old chicks for our farmers, which is a measure to reduce dependence on imports. In regard to vegetables, there will be capacitation of nurseries to supply seedlings throughout the year, stocking up of seed material for direct planting that will meet the increased demand, as well as ensuring a coordinated market-led program. Undercover production will also be promoted to increase productivity on different types of vegetables. The COVID-19 pandemic is a catastrophe that threatens the survival of our country. On the other hand, we should look at it as a wake-up call that tells us that we need to pull up our sleeves and produce our own food and reduce dependency on imports. Let us only import what cannot be produced in our soil and climatic conditions. I therefore request all Eswatini to take this challenge positively and embark on food production for both local and international markets. We should reach a situation where our exports are more than imports, and we should take advantage of our comparative and competitive advantages. I thank you.
Mbukeli leyo bekuyindvuna ilitiko letekulima Jabulani Mabuza nayo leyikhuluma emahhovisini etindvuna tembuso njengoba tihlangene tasita sive ngetinyathelo letitsetfwe ngematiko kantsi ke tindvuna setivele tikhulumile tifake ekhatsi indvuna yaka public service Christian Njangase kanye na TPM liphini landvunankulu lebelimukela imali lenikelwe nguhulumende welive lase Taiwan lengu 10 million emalangeni kantsi ke indvuna Jabulani Mabuza ikhulumile lapha kwekuthi kudipa utawumiswa kulesikhathi sanyalo lokulive lisabhekene nemkhuhlane iCovid-19 yaphindze yacela ke ukuthi balimi banyuse lizinga lemikhicito yabo. Sokuchubeka netindzaba tefumbukeli tindzaba tensimbi yemini yasemini yekuqala yensimbi yekuqala. Kuselakala kwemithi yekugeza tandla leyatiwa ngema-sanitizers edolobheni lasespiki sekuholele ekutheni esiteshini setincola letitfusa sive batakhele emanti ekugeza tandla latawubulala emagciwane. Kantsi ke lesikhatsanyalo umbukeli sewenyukela enhla espiki lapho kunemlingani khona John Molelekeng lokhulumiseni nalabo labatakhela ema-sanitizers. John, ingabe vele mhlawumbe kuhamba kanjani lapho espiki?
Angibonge lungelele ukuthi unginikete ngidawusho ukuthi lelithuba lekuthi ngikhulume nawe lapho e-studio. Kungaba kusho nje lungelele ukuthi lidolobha lengilo lidolobha lasespiki. Kanzi ke lokungiletha la espiki ngifuna nje ukutibonela ukuthi engabe sive ikakhulu kathi labo labasebenta ngetincola tekufutha sive bahambisa njani indzaba yawo lo mkhuhlane i-coronavirus. Bengikuthola ke lungelele la ukuthi labo labathuba tincola sebaqhamuke ngidawusho ukuthi naletinye tindlela ikakhulu kathi tekwakha lengathi kumbe it's a homemade sanitizer nginemajanje njengaloku wabona la esithombeni lungelele ngifuna ukuthi ngikhulumisane nawo ngive ukuthi bona kule sanitizer yabo labatakhela yona engabe bahlanganisa ini nani. Nginikhanza niyadidiyela ngifuna kuva nje ukuthi engabe yini le nididiyela kona ukuthi sinenididilela imba betfala.
Kufanele ngenyama lapha siyasebenza sithi sifuna kuvikela nasifo nathi sesimenyetwe live ukuthi singoti lapha nje sifake emanti neliquid sunlight sesifaka nespirit sendawo ukuthi stove sigeza tandla so longu singakefiki lekungasita lokungqono lokutasho ngilabadembile lokuthi ngento esomfana wengwenyama sendela ukuthi ngoba kude nalokho ekwethala imithi lokwekhontena kwespray la speak idolobha lonke mina nje ngihambela speak mathamba kude lokwekhontena kwebusisibice kahle lemithi sitokwathi ukuthi sifuthe nalamakhastoma ethu side ngokwemakhonela la speak kude la singakuthola khona kamanzini la siphathise khona sikuthola
lungelele ngisabuka lona lidolobha lasesipilini ngasho ukuthi njengaloku ubona sitfombe siveta ngemva kwami kuse-filling station kanti-ke lengakuveta la e-filling station ukuthi sive ikakhulukazi nabo labo labasebentako kubonakala ukuthi bafundiseke kahle njengaloku uyabona nokuthi bayawafaka ama-gloves etandleni ngibuyele kwe-studio lungelele.
Yes, makhulu lapho ke intatheli yethu John Molele Gang lesespeak isichaza nje ukuthi labo labashayela ke tinqole tifala sive sebadakhele ama-sanitizers kuva ukuthi ngabe aphephile yini na kodwa mbukeli ihlala nathi indzaba lelandzelako itazivetela kabanti ukuthi ngabe vele mhlambe lawo ma-sanitizers aphephile yini vele. Umcondzisi wetempilo itiko letempilo Dr. Vusi Makagulane libandla lelibuke emazinga empahla leyakhiwe kuleli Eswatini Standards Authority iSwasa sebexwayise sive ngengoti ekutakhela nekusebenzisa ama-sanitizers nangekusebenzisa lawo langakahlolwa ukuthi imithi lakhiwe ngayo ayawabulala yini emagciwane ikakhulu ligciwane lelibanga umkhuhlane i-COVID-19. Betempilo bakhuthata sive ukuthi sihambele embili kugeza tandla ngemanti nensipho ngaso sonke isikhathi esikhundleni sekutakhela ama-sanitizers langakahlolwa ukuthi anamuphi umthelela empilweni yabantu. Sinempiko
betempilo Solomane bashumayela livangeli linye ukuthi bantu bacilikele kuhlanteka ikakhulu kugeza tandla ngemanti lahambako kanye nensipho kanye nekusebenzisa hand sanitizers lekutfolakele ukuthi ayakhona kubulala emagciwane langaba khona etandleni. Kepha ngekwanza kwaleli gciwane hand sanitizers ahamba angasatfolakali kahle etitolo lekusimo lesibangele bantu ukuthi salobatakhela lama hand sanitizers. Belibandla lelibuke emazinga empahla leyakhiwe kuleli iEswatini Standards Authority bexwayisa ukuthi lama hand sanitizers kufuna akhiwe ngemazinga lathite
kune standard lesisibita ngokuthi FDARS nyalo le standard lesi sikhuluma ngema alcohol based sanitizers. Le standard lesi ikakhulu sikhulumela le content yale alcohol lekufanele ukuthi ibe lapha kule sanitizer ukuze le sanitizer ibe effective. Le standard sithi I minimum ya 60%. Anything less than 60% akusase effective. Kulwa nale ukucleana letandla according to lama specifications. Le standard lesi siphinde sikhulumise indzaba ye packaging ne labeling. Ngokuthi lapha kule packaging akube imaterial such that angeke kube ne-migration between le container and the contents.
Umcondzisi wetempilo etiko letempilo Dr. Vusi Makagula wexwayise kakhulu sive ngekutakhela lama sanitizers njengoba abantu babonakala basebenzisa imithi lefana ne-methylated spirit kuwakha kanti spirit sinengoti yekulumeka umlilo uma loyo losisebenzisile abese usonzela emlilweni noma emabhodweni.
Sivasiqaphele ngalenza balama sanitizer lesitakhela wona etindlini tethu nakuphi kuphi. Litiko lempilo nyalo lelikwendako lisalungisa ama guidelines wonke lo taxi abe licensed ukuthi akhone kwakha le sanitizer. Lama guidelines atasinika lokuthi kufanele sikuhambe kanjani and we base them ngama guidelines lesiwanikwa ngu-WHO.
Dr. Makagula ubuye wexwayisa sive ukuthi kwakha nekuthengisa ema-sanitizer kuyibhizinisi lekumele ihambe etingonini letifanele. Etindzabeni te-Eswatini TV kubika Hlengiwe Ndlovu nginasenele Vilakati kanye naThemnkosi Mavimbela kumathapha.
Phindze ngumukele ke mbukeli sesichubeka nato tindzaba singena kuto tindzaba temidlalo. Umphathi enhlanganweni yenhlangano lengamele tinhlangano temidlalo kuleli Dara Slomo uthi bantu bangachubeke bakhona ukuvocavocela etindlini tabo njengaloku live kuthiwa lockdown lapho khona kungakameli ukuthi bantu baphumele ngephandle Dlomo uthi bantfu abasebenzise tindlela lesetipucukile tamanje tekuthi badla bantfuke noma ngabe ngangibani ativocavoca endlini yakhe.
Ndvunankhulu Mandvulo Dlamini umemetele ukuthi bantfu abahlale etindlini tabo kusaliwa neligciwane le-coronavirus. Kulabashukumisa imitimba basale bakhathatekile ukuthi sengeke basakhona kutivocavoca emigwacweni nasetindzaweni tekutivocavoca. Umphathi wenhlangano lengamele tinhlangano temidlalo eveni Darius Dlomo uthi tideng tindlela labangatisebentisa bantfu kuvocavoca imitimba etindlini tabo.
Eswatini naku sports sector naku sports movement ukuthi let us adhere sibe within ema parameters ema premises ethu but siqhubeke ne physical activity asikushukumisene umtimba kuningi lesingakwenza ema exercises vele live nyalo it's moving towards the direction yema outside gyms. Mawuthatha nje libench ulibeka phansi esihlahla. Ebenchini nje there is a lot you can do in terms of keeping in shape. Angikhulumi ke mawudila ngema squats. Udila ngema short sprints. There's just so much parties where akufuneka ungazi ukuthi siyadlala noma siyayengana ema options maningi that would come as ema alternatives of keeping fit just for the 20 days and then we'll go back to our normal training regimes.
Dlomo ukhuthata eMaswati ukuthi alalele uhulumende ahlale etindlini. Dlomo uthi lokutivalela etindlini kutothatha emalanga lamancane bantfu batokhona kubuyela bayotivocavoca masinyane. Lobikako nguTemalangeni Dlamini, Ananelsiwe Simelane, eMbabane.
Ngalezo ke lungelele uyasho Darius lapha ukuthi ungafuni ukuthi ngoma sekuvalwe ama-gym wena usakhona ukugijima sobuya after 20 days sesibona usakhona ukungena la umnyango tivocavoca endlini lungelele ushaya ama-squats ushaya lawo ma-short sprints khona lapha ekhathe endlini.
Yeah, nosibanga kodwa bathi sithembe ukuthi babukele bavile ayi nami ngivile sengizama ukuthi ivocavoca kancane nje sibanga kakhulu mbukeli kuba nathi lomhla etindzabeni tensimbi yekuqala emini sembe ukuthi bohlalisene kahle nathi sizahlangana kusasa ngesikhathi lesifanako. Sale kahle.